Hey guys, mahal everyone, welcome back again to the Broadway Saiyan YouTube channel. I am your host 40 and we are back with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the next upcoming character event, which is going to be featuring our favorite flower girl from Final Fantasy VII, Aerith Gainsborough. Now before I start on with the video, I do want to wish you all a happy 4th of July. To those of you that celebrate, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful 4th of July celebration. And if you guys hear some popping noises during the recording of this video, it's because my neighbors are really into fireworks, so if you hear it, I do apologize for the noise, but hopefully you guys are celebrating or having a good celebration. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the Final Fantasy VII Aerith Gainsborough character event for Opera Omnia. So we get to unlock her after clearing both Event Stage 1 and the Conversation Stage 2. We're going to be rewarded with 2 copies of her unique 5-star 35 CP armor, which is the Aegis Armlet, after clearing Event Stages 3 and 5. So we get 2 copies of that, and the Aegis Armlet provides a boost to Aerith's initial Brave and her defense. The type of character that she is a healer support character, and she is going to be our very first character in the cast to have the ability to revive fallen allies from combat. So this is going to be pretty cool that she can actually do that. Her abilities also grant buffs, such as an increase to initial Brave, a defense increase, and Brave regen, making her a very versatile support healer. Taking a further dive into the kind of character that she is, so again, as mentioned earlier, she is a healer support. Her crystal affinity is red. Her speed tier, she is moderately fast. Taking a look at her stats, the ones that are on the low side definitely are going to be her attack, and it's going to be her HP. So she's a little squishy on the HP side, and then her attack is not so great, so that means the Brave damage that she will be dealing won't be as high as other characters, but that can always be rectified by giving her some really good attack artifacts. She has 2 abilities, the first ability being Healing Wind, so this raises all party members Brave and restores their HP based on Aerith's attack stat. It also grants small Brave up to all for 5 turns. Her second ability is Prayer of the Citra, which revives a KO'd target and slightly restores their HP. This also grants Aerith the unique buff called Citra's Favor for 8 turns. It also has a low action delay, and the Citra's Favor unique buff raises her defense and grants her Brave regen. This unique buff also turns her Brave attack into Brave Attack Plus, which is a one-hit Brave attack with a low action delay that grants Brave to all based on Aerith's initial Brave. And again, this does require the unique buff of Citra's Favor. So she's pretty good, definitely a strong support character, so she's going to be very nice to have on your team, especially if you're lacking some support characters that you haven't built up yet. Now, taking a look at her crystal passive, so we have Healing Wind Charge, always great to have that to increase the usage of her abilities. HP damage attack up, raises her attack after taking HP damage. I don't feel like she really needs this because you don't want her to be taking that HP damage anyways. Healing Wind Light reduces action delay after using Healing Wind, great to have that. Receive Heal Up raises the HP recovered. Don't really think she needs it because she's going to be doing a lot of great healing anyway, so she doesn't really need that increase in heal. Same thing with Critical Brave Gain, I really don't feel like she needs that. Definitely want to have Prayer of the Citra Light. Buff Attack Up is going to be a good one to have on her because her Healing Wind heals based on her attack stats. So you definitely want to have that, so that way while she's buff, her attack is increased, meaning that she's going to be healing more. The Planet's Prayer, so that grants a low probability of gaining small max Brave up for 3 turns after using a Brave attack. Could be useful. I don't like that it's a low probability, and the CP cost is a little hefty on that, but if you want to use it, go for it. And then her final one is a Flower Blooming in the Slums, which raises initial Brave and defense of all allies when HP is max. So that's pretty good, gives you a little bit more survivability with your defense and raises your initial Brave. So that's going to be her crystal passives up to level 50. And then taking a look at her artifact passive, she has Break Boost 1-star, 2-star, which grants a certain percentage depending on which one you have to her max Brave for 1 turn after breaking an enemy. Not so great because it only lasts for 1 turn. Back attack raises the Brave damage that she deals when attacking an enemy not targeting the user. Could be useful, but it's somewhat situational. Healing Wind Brave Gain is probably the one you're going to want, as well as Prayer of the Citra Brave Gain. These increases her Brave based on her initial Brave after using one of those abilities. So that's going to be the artifact passives that are unique to her that you definitely, I feel like you should go for. Now taking a look at the Summoning Weapon banner, so again, just like with any other new character event now, they always feature 2 5-star 35 CP weapons. This time it's going to be featuring Aerith, and it's also going to be featuring Steiner. So with Aerith, we get her 5-star 35 CP Wizard Staff. So Prayer of Citras healing potency is increased with this, and the unique buff effect is improved. The max usage is +1, and it also grants a medium attack up for 4 turns, so pretty nice. She also gets her 5-star 15 CP guard stick, which is her signature weapon. It raises the HP recovery and brave gain of healing wind. It also increases the potency of her initial brave up and extends the duration, so that's quite nice. Now we also gonna get 5-star 35 CP diamond sword for Steiner, which increases spell blade's potency. It also grants a small defense up and brave regen for 4 turns. There are 2 other weapons featured on this banner, which is going to be 5-star 15 CP rune blade for Steiner, so you have a chance to get this again if you haven't had a chance to get it. And then the consolation prize is going to be 5-star 15 CP Fuma Shuriken for Shadow, as he is the other synergy character on this, but sadly he doesn't get his 35 CP on this banner, but we do have access to his 15 CP if you still need a chance to pull it. Now, should you pull on this banner, if you need a strong support character and you haven't had a chance to build up one because, you know, you haven't had a chance to pull their weapons, such as like Aiko or Ramza, then definitely I would pull, especially because Aerith does have that unique ability to be able to revive. However, if you do have strong support units built up, I would say maybe pass on this, or maybe do just 1 or 2 multis or use up your tickets before you go too hard on this banner. But those are my thoughts on pulling for the banner. Now, taking a look at the armor token shop, we're going to be getting the 5-star 35 CP Aegis armlet as mentioned earlier in the discussion. So again, this increases her initial brave and defense. That's going to be available to us now. The other 2 are already available in the armor token shop, but I'm just putting them here just as a reminder that they are there for you for the synergy characters. Now, taking a look at the boss for this event, it's going to be another behemoth. This time it's going to be a king behemoth. Looks really similar to the Gaia behemoth actually, but a little bit of a difference. So he has the standard behemoth attacks, which is the brave attack, heave, lightning lash, roar, and mighty roar. So those are going to be the standard abilities that most behemoths have. So the king behemoth has those. The abilities that he has that are unique to him are gyro tail. So he raises his brave and unleashes an AoE HP attack. Same thing with meteor, raises his brave and unleashes an AoE HP attack. So you definitely want to watch out for those. He also has King's Right, which is a melee brave attack. Now his elemental weakness is the same as the Gaia behemoth. So King Behemoth is weak to fire. He has the same chase HP value of 40 that all the other behemoths have, and he has no other resistances. So I don't foresee this boss being too difficult, especially if you have some units built up that use the fire element. Now, some tips to prepare for Aerith's event before it goes live. Farm up those red crystals prior. That way you have a chance to unlock as many passes as you can for Aerith after unlocking her. If you've had them built up, definitely utilize the synergy characters, which is Steiner and Shadow, because they will have the boosted stats during this event. Now, if you don't want to use the synergy characters, you can also use characters with the fire element in their abilities, since they will find a success in the event as the boss is weak to fire. So characters such as Vincent is going to be great. Papalymo, who is crazy good right now. Vivi, pretty good too. And then Prish, we all know how pretty OP Prish is right now for global. So those are some alternative characters that you could use if you don't want to use Steiner, Shadow, or Aerith. Summon of choice, definitely want to go for Ifrit for solo play. For co-op, use Chocobo and Chocobo, Sylph, or Ifrit. So that's going to be the summon of choice that you want to go for. Now guys, just like with every other character event that I go over, I do want to show you guys some gameplay from my JP account. That way you guys have a live visual. So let's go ahead and take a look at that gameplay for the upcoming Aerith event. Alrighty guys, so we are here with some gameplay from my JP account to showcase the upcoming Aerith event that's going to be hitting the global version of Dissidia Opera Omnia. Once again, if you guys hear some fireworks noise in the background, it's because it is 4th of July upon the recording of this video, and it will probably bleed through, and I do apologize for that. My neighbors love fireworks, so they're having a blast right now with fireworks. So I do apologize for the background noise. I will try to dampen it as much as I can, but if you hear it, that's the reason why. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this gameplay. So we're just going to go ahead and tackle the event here. Again, remember the boss, as discussed earlier, is going to be the King Behemoth for this event, and we're all pretty familiar with Behemoth enemies now. So we're just going to go ahead and just sweep through these mobs here. Let's see if I can, I'll showcase some of her abilities here in a bit. Just want to gain a little bit of brave from these enemies. And Aerith herself has some pretty nice animations with her staff. Kind of reminds me of Killik when she twirls it around before she smacks the enemy. very nice. Again, very reminiscent animations of Killick from Soul Calibur. Let's see here. So we're gonna I'm gonna use Shadow's Wild Throw. Let's take a look at Healing Wind. So there's Healing Wind right there, and she does provide some Brave, again, based on her attack stat, which is pretty nice. We're just gonna go ahead and use Power Weapon here. Lightning is probably going to break Steiner, but it's, or not. Okay. Let's see. Finish her off. The Lightning Mannequin. We have one more wave of mobs. Let's use Shadow Stealth, that way I can get the buff for killing an enemy with that ability. Alright, so we have our summon ready, which is going to be great since we know that the boss is weak to fire. Alright, there he is, the King Behemoth. Again, he looks very similar to the Gaia Behemoth. Just he has a purple mohawk, which looks kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and break him here. Let's use... see if we can get a debuff on him. Okay, there we go, we got the debuff. Let's go ahead and refill our Brave. Show off a little bit more of Aerith's abilities. Oh wait, I'm not going to use... I don't need to use Prayer of the Ketra because nobody's KO'd. Here we go. I do want to try to get him to use one of his abilities. So when he's at low health, I'm going to purposely stall for a bit just so you guys see a little bit of what the King Behemoth can do. Alright, he's going to use Roar or Mighty Roar. Alright, so now he's probably going to use Lightning Lash, or he may use Gyro Tail or Meteor. Let's see. So I'm actually going to keep my Brave up here. Let's see which ability he uses. Oh, he used Lightning Lash. Okay. Let's go ahead and summon. Wow, those fireworks are going off. You guys can probably hear it again in the background, so... Yep, just bear with me here. But I am excited to showcase you some gameplay for the upcoming Aerith event. Okay, let's build up our Brave again, and let's see what he does. I just want to try to see if he's going to use one of his abilities on us. That way we get a visual. Let's see what he uses. So, he just wants to use Lightning Lash. Alright, I guess... Okay, let's see what he uses one more time. He's really buffing himself up, so it's getting a little scary, but I really at least want to show you guys one of his abilities. Hopefully he uses Gyro Tail or Meteor. Let's see which one he uses. And we get the launch. Okay, there we go. So that's Meteor. That's actually kind of a cool animation, so we got to see that. So definitely watch out for that, and the other one is Gyro Tail. And we should be finishing off this Behemoth very soon here. Let's finish him off with Aerith. There we go. Awesome, awesome. So that's going to be it, guys, for the gameplay for the upcoming Aerith event. Hopefully you found that gameplay pretty useful and fun to watch. Again, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new for future Dissidia Opera Omnia videos. Also, be sure to hit that notification button. That way, you're notified when I post a new video on my YouTube channel. Once again, guys, I am 40 the Broadway Saiyan. Stay tuned for the next video, and mahal, everyone.